Hello, this is a short video demonstrating a WWise project implemented into an Unreal project. This Unreal project was created using the free for the month Unreal Marketplace assets. All the audio implemented is using the WWise project in front of us. So a big part of what I wanted to touch upon in this video was the reverb zones that I've set up for this project. So this level's split up into two sections. There's this upper level and there's a lower level, and I want to have different reverbs for each sort of section. Now I know I could go into WWise and assign, say, my torches to lots of different auxiliary buses and just modify the volumes, but I wanted to use reverb zones so I could assign them in Unreal and fade them in and out. In doing that, you can change those variables of the auxiliary buses in code to make that a little bit more dynamic as well. Another thing I did was add a trigger volume when going down the stairs. I think it's on this archway, and that changes the environmental sounds. Now through code you can set that to set anything you want within WWise really. So obviously you can get lots of dynamic things going on there, changing delay rates or duration times or anything like that. So if I walk down this hallway now, you'll be able to hear the reverb changing. And then changing back when I go back down the hall. We can keep going down the hall, and we can hear the ambience and the reverb get a little bit more dynamic as well. So what's happening here is in WWise I've got a few different RTPCs set up. So how that works is within the ambience work unit here, and in the interior I've got a switch container, and what I can choose here is whether it's the upper or the lower interior level, and based on that it will play different animals and different environmental sweeteners. Regardless of which one we pick, there will always be a basic ambience playing, but if we delve a little bit deeper into the atmosphere blend container, we can see that based on different RTPCs there's a low pass being applied, as well as some things being brought up in volume. This is the evil sort of the ambience you're hearing being added. And we've also got a pitch shifter happening just slightly, and what's happening here is this is directly related to this coffin here. What I've got in this blueprint is a vector distance function, and it's essentially looking at where the player is in relation to that, and whether they're in the correct zone, and if they are, then it can start applying that RTPC modulation. It's quite simple in code, but once it's set up, it's quite immersive, and it can work quite well. It can fade in and out, and it can set that RTPC in real time. So now it's been taken out, you can really notice its absence. And then if I were to move back upstairs, you'd hear the environment change. The exterior ambience will come leaking through the windows, and yeah, it'll just be a little bit nicer. But still an ambience befitting a prison. So here you can see the different reverb volumes, and what I've done is I've set the different fade rates for each one to make sure that it's a nice fade out and in based on where you are in the level. So it'll fade in a nice enough time based on the time it takes for you to get here to experience the larger cavernous reverb. So another interesting element to this dungeon project was how I added different paths to the different animal sounds and the insect sounds. This is just to give it a little bit more spatialization and a little bit more randomness. So you could, for instance, have a scared mouse that goes right to left or back to front really quickly, or maybe more of a confident one that goes towards the player. That's everything from this WWise project. Thank you very much for watching.